Okay, I got cut off in that video, so I'll just try and start from where I was at. So I was just sort of saying that we rearranged that and now we're going to sub it in. So we're going to do 2 times by open bracket minus a minus 9 plus 4a plus 16 equals 0. So we can multiply that out, minus 2a minus 18 plus 4a plus 16 equals 0. So minus 2a plus 4 gives me 2a. Minus 18 plus 16 gets me minus 2 equals 0, which means that 2a equals 2, which means that a equals 1. Okay, once I know that a is equal to 1, I can sub it back in. Again, probably the easiest one is in here. So minus 1, take away 1, which means that b is equal to minus 10. That gets us our answer for that one. Okay, the next one is looking for sketching the curve y equals 2x plus 1 x minus 2 all squared. Now, this is just looking for a sketch. So I'm going to try and do this. This might not work out too good within this bit. So first of all, 2x plus 1 means that it's x is equal to minus 1 half, is that bracket there. This bracket here, which is double, ends up being x is just equal to 2. If I sub in x equals nothing, 2 nothings are nothing, and I just end up with 1. So if I let x equal nothing, I end up with 2 times nothing plus 1 in the first bracket, and in the second bracket, nothing take away 2 is minus 2, and we're squaring it. So that gives me 4, which means that we get 2 times nothing is nothing, so we get 1 times 4, which means it is crossing at 4, which means that we've got up here, it is 4. So we've now got negative a half, so that is negative 1 half. We've got x is 2, and we have, if we multiply this out, we've got an x, this bit makes an x squared, an x, which makes an x cubed, cubic, and it's positive, which means it starts low, ends high, and we've pretty much got to join the dots now. So again, coming up, probably something like that. It only crossed once, so it's probably that. Oh, it's quite hard for me to get that sketch. That's pretty bad. So we get that. It then says draw the line x plus 2. Now, y equals x plus 2 is telling you that the gradient is 1 and it crosses at 2. So we're going to have it crossing at 2. Just make sure you mark that point as well. Gradient of 2 means it's going positive. Now it does just do the sketch, so we're just going to do it like that. Now I could work out points like that. That looks as though that's crossing, but it's not, because you can make that equal to y is equal to 0, and you can see it's going to cross at minus 2. So that's a bit of a wrong sketch that I've drawn there, but you might want to alter that when you're doing it so it looks a bit better. But what it also says is show that it intersects with the curve at x equals 1. Now x equals 1 is there, so they're basically trying to say show that that is equal to 1. Now if they equal 1, all we basically, we can either sort of say, well, if I put in x equals 1 into that, y equals 1 plus 2, then we get that y is equal to 3. So what we can do is just sub in x equals to 1 to this one, because it is a show that question. So 2 times 1 plus 1, and 1 take away 2, all squared. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 makes 3. 1 take away 2 is minus 1, squared. which means that y equals 3. Because y equals 3 is the same, it shows that's now showing that it is at intersect point. Okay, apart from the messiness of the graph, that would be that finished.